AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.
Yeah. Let me put the chat in the building. What am I doing? I ain't put my people up there, man. What we doing, man? I hear the baby hands, brother. Do rag AllBall in the building. It's one of them things. It's one of them nights.
Do rag on these bum ass niggas.
AllBall suckers.
Fuck out of here, nigga.
Night, Big Flea.
Do rag on these niggas, nigga.
The biggest, y'all.
Keeping the dewey on.
Yeah.
I had my silky on too. I just took it off.
Yeah. Wipe my motherfucking glasses for the day. 5 games in a row on these bum ass niggas.
5 in a row.
Fuck out of here. Yeah.
Heard you.
OG. Keeping the OG Bobby Johnson on for the night.
Mm-hmm.
Playing with these niggas. Nigga said Hoover Deuce, nigga. We keeping them. They said, hey, what you feel about Mike Brown? Hoover Deuce, nigga.
Hoover Deuce.
We keeping them.
Yo, Flea.
What up, baby?
I told you all that talking that Mike Brown does from the summertime. It's gonna spill over into the regular season.
You over there? You over there undressing. That nigga was.
Ooh, Mike. Michael. Michael.
Nah, y'all stupid.
I told y'all, where nostalgic Nick at? He in the background too, doing dances. Yeah, Mike Brown looking good right now. It's looking good right now.
And you know Mike Brown. And we talk about Mike Brown. We getting down with them Knicks, baby Bubba.
Knicks Rehab.
Oh man, Knicks Rehab, y'all.
You heard the man. One of them days. You know it's a great day if AllBall ain't got nothing bad to say to start this thing off. He got the silky smooth do-rag on. Come on, baby Bubba. How are you playing with these dudes, man? Got rid of another bum team out here. The New York Knickerbockers. Huh? Stomping on them 133-120 victory over the Memphis Grizzlies. You see it, the matchup. Brunson. Ja. Wrong name for you, Ja. What you doing, man? Caldwell Pope. You ain't had no good luck since you left Denver, buddy. Let's start off with them
19.
Grizzlies.
Minus 19.
Jesus Christ. It's a negative. It's a negative.
Out there getting cardio. Getting cardio.
Not positive. He had 4 points. Bomb. 19 points for Jaren Jackson Jr. I remember y'all trying to hype him too. Bomb.
Fouled his ass out. Get him out of it.
Y'all asked me if you want to trade Julius Randle for Jaren Jackson Jr. You want to revisit that? Bomb. These guys might not make the playoffs. 8 points for Jock Landale. Okay.
Ooh. Don't even repeat that. That was sarcastic.
16 for the franchise himself, John Morant. 4-14 from the field. Bummage. Your 10 assists, 8 turnovers. Kind of a point guard of you. 18 points for Jalen Wells. The kid is good. Santi Aldama, he gets on my nerves. He's the kind of guy you want on your team just because he gets on people's nerves. 19 for him, 11. Yeah, a lot of guys in double figures. Their bench really brought him back. 11 for Cedric Coward. What a name. Vince Williams Jr. had 14. Is he still coming back from injury? He played 24 minutes. I thought it would have been a bigger deal than that. 11 points for Cam Spencer. Let's get to them Knicks, though. 16 for OG Anunoby. Horrible shooting night from 3. It was bad. His shot was off. And we seen one of them games before. He had 5 fouls. That's abnormal. 4 turnovers. We've seen OG have a bad 3-point shooting night before, and he bounced back. 22 for Mikal Bridges. Big points. 21 for Karl Anthony Towns. 13 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks. Just filling up the stat sheet. Huh? Another day at the office. 31 minutes for him, 38 minutes for Mikal Bridges, by the way. That's a lot of minutes. 36 minutes for Brunson, 32 points, 10 assists, big assists, 6 turnovers, 6 and 9 from 3. He was on fire, 11-19 from the field, 10 points for Landry Shamet. We'll definitely get to him in a second. He only 4 guys off the bench, and it was potentially a blowout. We'll get to that, definitely. 8 points for Josh Hart, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, 4 fouls, 1 turnover, 2 of 7 from the field, but his assist stood out more than everybody else. 13 for Gashawn Yabusele. No, 2 points, man. I'm bugging. I said 13 points.
Bugging out.
Yo, man, he is fucking horrible. 9 points for Deuce McBride. 13 for Jordan Clarkson. Solid minutes. 16 minutes for him. Memphis trying to make it scary in the fourth quarter after getting blown out every other quarter. AllBall. We see you was hyper. What's going on, man? How you feeling about this victory by the New York Knicks? Where are your Knicks?
Listen, man, big win. You see, I kept the do-rag on. For me, 5 games in a row is 5 games in a row. It's very difficult to do. Especially, after losing 3 straight. It just goes to show you how we was talking before the season started. We legit. That just imagine if we didn't have that hiccup. Flea alluded to it a while ago. Yo, we want to start out 15-0. It was a possibility we should have been 10-0 at this point, right? But listen, Memphis is still dangerous. They still have 2 former All-Stars in Triple J and Ja Morant. So you still got to take a team like that sort of serious. But we stepped on their necks early. They had no shot. I wasn't really worried about the fourth quarter because they never was really in the game. We was damn near up 30 at one time. It's just that we kind of got complacent and started feeling ourselves instead of just relaxing and slowing down. So I think something like that, Mike Brown may just have to have a quick talk with them about like, hey, let's not let that happen again because, with the good teams, the great teams, the championship contending teams, you leave a little door open and that's a problem. But listen, we look great. We look great. The ball is moving. Everybody is getting involved. And Mike Brown is starting to look like he knows what he's doing on the offensive end. We play some good defense today, even though, like I said, I'm not gonna lie. Flea, I know you big on defense, but you know what, Flea? Everybody's putting up a $115 plus. So it's like it's you can still play great defense and a team can still give you a $130. That shit is mind-boggling to me. So but tonight, like I said, I just loved how we looked overall. Nothing looked forced, and everybody got involved. Like I said, big body Brunson once again, double 30 plus 10 assists. What can I say? The Landry Shamet thing, today for a team like Memphis, that was perfect. That was perfect, right? So listen, man. We gonna be tough to beat. We gonna be tough to beat if we continue to play the style of basketball, which is transition, run, that spray 3 that he's talking about. I see it. Guys are getting involved, and it seems like they're believing in each other. And for the first time, I seen Pat and Jalen Brunson actually have some type of chemistry and actually have some conversation for each other in the game. I love that.
He started talking about chemistry. Zap! you gotta go. What are you talking about?
Gotta go.
Where is negative AllBall? What are you talking about? Flea. I know what Flea's thinking in the back of his mind. Let me know if I know my brother.
Great win. Great win. Great win.
Okay.
I have a but great win. Great win. Very impressed by how we played 3 quarters.
I'm sorry, that was my son. That was my son. My apologies. All right, 20, 30 seconds, Flea. So
I'll let you finish.
Yeah, my son, look, get out of here, nigga. Now, your Knicks banged it on him. Get out of here. You're a hater, nigga.
Blocked.
Okay.
Block him.
Right. Exactly. The beautiful, the lovely, the extravagant. Tory B is in the building. Tory B, what up, baby? See, I kept my do-rag going for these niggas.
Lock. Tory
Listen,
B, what up? What up, girl?
listen, I respect the game. I chalk it up. Purple, the beautiful, the lovely, the extravagant. Cherokee Princess is in the building. Cherokee, what up, baby? Good evening.
Cherokee.
But
Mo is here. What up, Mo?
Oh man, the beautiful,
Mo.
the lovely, the extravagant. Mo is in the building. Listen, the TV ladies is pulling up, y'all. Yo. What's on tonight? What's on tonight? Yes. The lovely, the extravagant Darlene B is in the building. Haters, we got ladies in the building, y'all. Listen, show some love, put up a heart, put up a thumbs up, put up something respectful and nice for the beautiful ladies in that chat. What up, ladies? But and I love to see ladies in the building. But yeah, man,
listen, I understand.
Yeah, you see, I'm extra excited now. I'm taking my do-rag off. Y'all niggas is crazy, man. They in the building.
My rag off. Now I gotta take my rag off. Y'all got him undressing, y'all. You have
hold on. I think I just dropped something. Know what I'm saying? Like, I'm taking my do-rag off. Y'all niggas is crazy. Had me up here looking crazy. Ladies in the building.
You spilled your drink over there, AllBall? You gotta
yeah, spilled a little of that yak right there real quick. Had to clean that up real quick. But yeah, man, listen. Right, listen. When the ladies in the building, nigga, we smooth. All that OG shit, get that shit out the window, nigga. Yeah, I think, look, y'all sucker niggas, y'all want me up here with the do-rag. Y'all niggas is haters, man.
Shit.
But now, all jokes aside, big shout out everybody in the chat. Please share, like, subscribe, hit that like button. I'm gonna let Flea cook. Flea, I've been saying it for how long now? When we play as a collective, in all seriousness, when we play as a collective on both ends of the floor, when everybody's getting involved, when we fill up the stat sheet from 1 through 7, and listen, Mitchell Robinson is not even there. I think now we just bring him more gradually, let him continue to get healthy throughout the season, because now I understand what you and Fabian been saying. Mitchell Robinson is the piece that I still think we're championship contention, but I think Mitchell Robinson kind of cements that. So I think we need to just relax and just make sure he's healthy for the playoffs. And if we continue to play like this and just move the ball, everybody get involved, and everybody looks happy, nobody looks upset. Like I said, everybody's getting touches and putting up good numbers. I'm gonna be honest, fellas. This is the type of ball club I was talking about. This is championship contending basketball, and we look like one of those. And I'm gonna tell y'all again, and it's Flea time to cook. All-Star break. We will be by far the best team in the East, and we will be probably top 3 best teams in the NBA behind OKC. And there's a lot of teams playing good basketball, but it's going to be a minute where when they talk about those top 3, top 5 teams that's fighting for a championship, it's going to be us without question. So this is what I love to see, man. 5-game winning streak. Let's stretch this thing out and pile up as much wins as possible. But great win tonight, man. I love to watch the style of basketball that Mike Brown has us playing. I love
it. 50 points in the paint for Memphis. Flea, 46 for us. I'm nitpicking. We gotta be the coach out here. Come on, what we doing? Okay. I'm sorry. Listen, what I say?
My gusto with that. Let me ask you a question. How do you know that I'm looking at that stat? How do you know that that's the stat for the night for me? How do you know that? If I know my brother, how do you know that is the stat of the night for me?
Listen,
50 points in the paint. 50
crazy.
points in the paint. The Grizzlies, man. Too much. Entirely too much. For a team that we thumped, right? For a team that we was kicking their ass. Nah.
What was why was that happening?
Go ahead, OG.
No, just real quick. Fabian, out of those 50 points, how many of those points were let's say like the end of the third quarter and in the fourth quarter?
I can't
Why Flea? All right, no problem.
Because that was from beginning to end. It looked like they had points in the paint. How was that happening, Fleet?
I mean, that's a Mitchell Robinson absence from top to bottom, right? With Mitchell Robinson not being in the game, then those things are gonna happen. And so I am not upset with the win tonight. I love the win. 5 games in a row. We still, holding on to home court, right? It seems like everybody that comes into the Garden knows that they're gonna get their ass kicked. And we just not beating teams, we kicking teams' ass, right? They come into the Garden, it's a W. But if we're talking about championship contention, if we're talking about taking it up to the next level, the little things matter. And being up almost 30 and then, winning the game by 13 points, them making it a game with 5 minutes to go, it be a 10-point game, and you got to have guys in there to finish the game off, gives me cause to pause. Like, yo, let's put our foot on the neck and stomp on them, right? So I just think without Mitchell Robinson, having to play Yabusele heavy minutes, y'all know I don't like games when that has to happen because he's not in game shape. Find another jersey for the nigga. Find another pair of shorts, a bigger pair of shorts. I don't like watching that nigga play basketball. It's a little weird for me. But anyway, he gets too many minutes for me. He gets too many minutes for me, man. And that only happens because Mitchell Robinson is not playing. So come on, man. At the end of the day, I'm watching this basketball team, and I like the way we play basketball. On the offensive end, we move the ball around. Everybody touches it. It's quick decisions. Like I said, we going downhill on every possession. Whether it's a make or a miss, we going downhill. And I like that we keep pressure on the defense at all times. We never let them settle into a defense. We always keep them guessing. We never seem like we run the same sets over and over and over again, right? There could be a corner 3 for Mikal Bridges down one play. Then there could be, my guy, my guy Brunson at the rim for another play. I like the mixture and how we mix it up on the offense. It looks completely different from what we did last year, completely different. So, when we keep the defense guessing, we're going to be a tough team to beat. I just think now we need to hone in on the defensive end. And once we get there, we're going to be just fine. And Mitchell Robinson is the key to that, right? I don't think there's much to say about tonight. Cat was great. He was aggressive, right? I thought he missed. I thought he could have got some more calls that he didn't, right? Brunson picked his spots wonderfully tonight. The 3-ball wasn't going for OG, but he had the highest plus minus tonight at plus 24. So big shout out to OG Anunoby. He did his job, right? Mikal Bridges was great. Our bench was phenomenal again. Jordan Clarkson comes off the bench. Josh Hart, whatever. But, he comes off the bench and does what he's supposed to do.
Who was that, Fleet?
Josh Hart. I know. Doing his job. You know what I mean? I like what we're doing. But on the defensive end, I think we need to shore up some things. And Mitchell Robinson, is the key there. What was the defense? What was the rebound that disparaged you tonight? How did we look on the rebound on the glass? Did we out rebound them? Somebody tell me, what did that look like?
It was tied 50-50.
It was tied. And so when we get Mitch out there, that goes to another level, right? We always seem to out rebound teams and clean the glass when Mitch is out there. So he's the key for me.
Yeah. The key to me is always going to be when you guys remind me and all the people out there that in order for the Knicks to win a championship, they must keep their eyes on the prize. Baby Papa. This episode is brought to you by Prize Picks. You and I make decisions every day, but on Prize Picks, being right can get you paid. Don't miss any of the excitement this season on Prize Picks, where it's good to be right. You heard AllBall earlier, maybe you didn't. You better have taken Brunson for more than 25 tonight. I don't know what you guys were thinking. It was the Grizzlies. Bummage. Prize Picks is simple to play. Just pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections. If you get your picks right, you could cash in. Join millions of users and sign up for America's #1 sports app. Download the app today and use code CLNS to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize picks. It's good to be right.
You like saying that phrase. You like to say that phrase too much.
I told you about Mike Brown when we hired him.
Whatever, man.
Loquacious individual.
Whatever. Loquacious. It sounds weird. See, he got you undressing and saying loquacious. Look how he got you behaving.
It's quite contagious.
It's quite contagious. Okay, Clyde Frazier.
Come on, you made this, baby. If I would have told you 7 years ago, 2018-2019 season, that 5 years from now, I would choose Jalen Brunson as my franchise player over Ja Morant, y'all would have never joined me on this YouTube channel. Today, we got to see we were blowing these guys out by 30. Damn near. At one point, it was 28 points was our biggest lead. We just looked great. Memphis looked like for the first 2 quarters, you could tell why they're not going to win. They had no real championship push. In the fourth quarter, they came back. At some point in the third quarter, I saw Mike Brown. He felt like us. Yo, this shit is boring. I'm going to go sit down and chill. And back in the fourth quarter, he had to stand up again. He's like, yo, what are we doing? I was in cruise control. I told y'all, I don't want to coach or call no plays. I need y'all to go out there and read and react. And we stopped doing that in the fourth. Straight bummage minutes, though. I do agree with y'all about it being a great 5th victory in a row, but it still is cause to pause for us not being able to make these stops without Mitchell Robinson. We have to figure that out. And I do think they're going to have to explore that trade market. They're going to have to do something. This is the great teams. If we want that chip, Denver and all, they're going to take advantage of these moments. But till we get there, Josh Hart was amazing. His passing, crisp passes. When he's in game shape. Cat, Josh Hart are in game shape. Yabusele is obviously not. OG looked tired. Mikal Bridges, it looks like a gamer. They just all came out today, and I like the focus, the intensity. I like Jalen Brunson. He kept it serious for the most part. He looks very, very focused. I haven't seen him look like this his entire tenure with New York, especially. And like y'all said, it's like these moments we try to find what to say. The points in the paint, obviously they took advantage because Mitch wasn't there, and I don't know how to really stop that. We know Cat is 7 feet, but he's not nimble like that. Fish, shout out to Fish. He was live with us yesterday, and he just broke down how to, playing I forgot how he said it, Flea, like a man zone, or I forgot how he put it, but it's basically you throw the
play zone tonight.
A lot of it.
Play zone tonight. A lot of it.
He said
first time I've seen in a while.
He said you play man when the ball's in the middle, then when they swing it to the wing, they turn into a zone. If it's the right wing, I think it's a 2-3 zone. If it's the left wing, you turn to a 3-2 zone, something like that. And I saw something like that with Tibbs, with the low tagger, and like with the rotation. Obviously, we're not gonna have that, and I don't think that's why Cat didn't fit Tibbs' system. He's not gonna be able to go come from the wing and tag shit. That's not Cat's game. But
I mean, you put in that position because again, Mitch is not out there. So I don't see us playing much zone if Mitchell Robinson's on the floor. You got to run a zone at some points, which I was surprised. What happened when they ran? I immediately text y'all like, yo, what the fuck? They're running a zone out there? Right now, maybe you could get away with that with certain possessions, right? To keep Cat out of foul trouble, right? Cat got his second foul, I think, in the fourth quarter or the third quarter. So he did pretty well with staying out of foul trouble and being able to be out there on the floor. But no, continue, brother.
Nah, I was also gonna say that I felt the same way you did, Mo. I thought for the first time ever this season, I said, we need Jordan Clarkson back in the game. As a matter of fact, Shaman don't need to start anymore, ever. I'm tired of seeing that shit. He's minus 11. I don't see these great minutes from him. I just read a quote from from Mike Brown. Damn, I thought I had it. He basically said, "Yo, man, Huck Porty's not. He doesn't crack the top 10 right now. He needs to go stay ready. That's his job." Shamit,
Shamit played well tonight, bro.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah,
Shamit played well tonight.
yeah. I'm letting you cook, but in that first quarter, Shimmy, hit some big shots. I didn't. So for me, and I'll let you finish. I don't like Shimmy starting, but against teams like Memphis, no, I don't have no problem. But when we play the big dogs, I'm not gonna like him starting. But I didn't mind him starting tonight. I don't think he played bad at all. I don't personally. I don't get into the plus minus thing. I understand that's what basketball is today, but I don't get into that as much as everybody else. But tonight, I didn't have a problem with Shamit at all. Not one bit. I don't think, like I said, we was blowing them out. So for me, but Shamit played well in the first quarter. I didn't have no problem with him.
I think I'm just maybe I'm overselling what's wrong with starting Jordan Clarkson at that point. Because we tried Deuce and it didn't look well. At this point, Jordan Clarkson starting to come in to his own, and maybe it's because Mike Brown is saying, I don't want to keep messing with these lineups. We got to expect somebody's going to start when Mitchell Robinson doesn't start. We thought it was Huck Porty. That's not going to happen. He's not even in the rotation anymore. They basically announced that. So you're basically saying Shamit is the starter, and I'm not comfortable with that. He tries, don't get me wrong, but if forget the plus minus just confirm what I'm seeing on the court. We're losing a lot of possessions on defense, in my opinion. I don't think we're getting stops. And I hate to call him a cone because we got Brunson out there, but he doesn't score enough and play make enough to make up for all these mishaps on the defensive end. Clarkson at least is a playmaker on both ends, even though he's a nutcase. It's either Josh Hart or him at this point, because I didn't like Deuce with that lineup. I want to see Deuce in there with Mitchell Robinson if or at the end of the first quarters.
I like the professional in there to start the game, and Landry Shamit is a consummate professional. I don't think he's going to turn the ball over. I don't think he's going to make a ton of mistakes. So if he's a little shaky in the plus minus range, then cool. I think I'm gonna live with the guy that is gonna take and hit open shots. He's gonna give you effort on the defensive end. He's not a big guard, so you can't expect him to go stop 2 or 3 different positions, but he's going to guard his position well enough to be out there. Now, I think you made a great point, Fabian, in the fact that the times that he does get beat on the defensive end and the times that he is making mistakes on the offensive end, he doesn't score enough to balance it out. And yes, Clarkson brings that punch, but the punch that I think we need is coming off the bench. We have 3 guys right now that come off the bench and will kill you because they're going to go at you. Josh Hart is going to give it 110%. Jordan Clarkson ain't never seen a shot he ain't like, and if he's rolling, it's rolling. And Deuce McBride he's in your shit. He's in you. Pause. And he's becoming a better offensive player. So, find me another team that has 3 guys coming off the bench that's going to smack you in the face like that. That's a huge plus for us. So I don't want to mess that up by putting one of those guys in the starting lineup. I think you leave Shamit in there, again, a guy who's been around the league. He is a pro, right? It's a precipitous drop-off at that position. No question, bro. I totally agree with you on that one. But I think that the starting lineup that we roll out there when we have to start him will make up for that. And it showed tonight, beating the shit out of Memphis.
And great point. But also, I think, when you start a guy like Shamit, you got to remember the rope on him is short. He doesn't look right in a minute or 2. You can snatch him right away. We already seen Deuce and Brunson. Remember, we didn't try that. It didn't work as much as we wanted it to work, right? And for me, I just feel what Mike Brown, I think, is going to start experimenting with when we play against certain teams. Maybe you start Hart instead of Shamit. But when you playing a team like Memphis, I think starting Shamit is the right thing to do because, like Flea said, look at the firepower we got coming off the bench. And remember, Shamit could start, but he's not going to play starting minutes. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like, I don't love it, but I don't have no problem with it. And I just feel like, for me, when we play other teams, like the big dogs, like you said, Fabian, the OKC, the Denvers, Like when that West Coast swing start coming up, and when we start getting involved with the Milwaukee's again and things of that nature, my opinion, I think maybe by then, Mitch would be healthy. But I didn't like it at first when he started Shaman a couple games ago, but today seeing it wasn't bad at all. And Shaman is not going to do too much to ruin anything. And like I said, you could pull him right out. And then now I think guys like Clarkson and Deuce, I just think they're comfortable coming off the bench and they're more productive coming off the bench. So I really have no problem with it. I don't think he's going to be able to do that for the duration of the season. So it's still kind of early, like y'all said. So let's see what happens. But so far, I really don't have no problem with it.
Well, the score was 25-24 when they subbed Shaman out, and then the Knicks went on a 17-6 run at the end in the first quarter. And I just feel like
It's that punch.
Clarkson, I think they subbed him Shaman out for Josh Hart, but Clarkson also, or Josh Hart, I'm fine with that because we saw the starting lineup last year was the best scoring starting lineup of all time or something like that.
Right. Because you put Josh Hart at the 3, and you slide Mikal Bridges right at the 2.
Right. And I also think if we're going to entertain it, because Josh Hart seems the most likely. He's turning into Mike Brown's one of his favorite players. You could tell. And for me, though, Clarkson also, it's not just the scoring, it's the fact that he could put the ball on the floor. The spray 3 is a lot easier with him as opposed to Shaman. Shaman doesn't finish like Clarkson either. There's a lot that he does, the threats that he brings. He's more athletic. Those things to me, those 3 or 4 or 5 passes now we're seeing per possession. When it gets to Clarkson's hands, he could get it back to Brunson or back to the open man in the corner, which is what they want, or at the 3-point line, which is what they want. So, of course, it's a minor thing. I mean, I'm nitpicking because we was whooping their ass. But what else we gonna do, Flea? Huh? Big Clarkson.
Now, I mean, I get it, bro. But some guys, have to see what's going on with the game and how they can affect it from the vantage point of watching it on the bench, right? There's a lot of guys that have that skill, right? The guys that come in the game and affect the game at such a high level, the Lou Williams, the Jamal Crawfords, the J.R. Smiths, right? Those type of guys. And then we could talk about other guys that, like the sharpshooters that come in off the bench. Like when they watching the game from the bench, they like, okay, how can I affect it? What type of action should I be coming into? The shot selection, all that type of shit. I think he's that type of player to where he needs to, gauge what's going on before he gets into the action. I don't think I want to rely on Jordan Clarkson to set the tone of a game. I want him to get in the game and spark some shit. Fuck some shit up when you come in the game, right? I don't want him to be the tone setter. So, I mean, I understand that the production will be higher from him as opposed to Shaman, but Clarkson's a motherfucker coming off that bench, man. I love it.
Yeah.
Shout out to JR with your $4.99. Not enough basketball to go around if you start Clarkson. Good win tonight. Wish we could have been able to rest the starters since we play again tomorrow. Yeah, because everybody can't be on that Mitchell Robinson, number 1 pitcher schedule playing once a week. He was in a nice little hoodie today. Hoodie outfit. Anybody else stood out to you today? Because it was just like an all-around game. I see people put, the top 4 MVP candidates, and people trying to throw in Brunson in the mix, but it's like, I don't see an MVP like playing like this. We don't need that.
I got a question for my brothers. I haven't looked yet. I haven't seen if they posted yet, but who's getting the hard hat and the Timbs tonight? Who gets defensive player of the game tonight?
Does anybody deserve it?
I mean,
yeah.
Is that something they give out every night? Because I don't know what the criteria is for giving.
What if Mike Brown brought the Timbs in that and the vest out at the press conference? Like, ain't nobody getting these tonight. Like, these shits with me.
We retiring that shit.
Yeah.
No, not retirement. Not retirement, but for tonight.
Y'all deserve it tonight, right? Yeah. I don't know. No,
Well, I mean,
I don't. Go ahead. Go ahead.
no, I mean, go ahead. They shot over 50% today. Memphis, as a team.
Right. So yeah, I think what Fabian said would be ill if Mike Brown really came up there and said, "Listen, us as a team and nobody individually deserved that tonight, including myself. I got to take accountability, even though it was a blowout win. Like you said, 50 points in the paint, 50% from the field. We was up damn near 30, made it a game in the fourth. So you know what? No, but I love that what they're doing because remember, fellas, like remember when everybody made fun of OKC? Remember
No,
Draymond Green and everybody?
no, not everybody. Who? OG? Not everybody. You said it.
Well, Draymond,
Draymond Green.
right.
Dead wrong.
But I seen a lot of people having a problem with it because you know the new thing, if you ain't win nothing, and it's like, yo, it's a new time, it's a new day. Me being older, I gotta understand that as well. So I like that, you know, Mike Brown is allowing them to come along with the times because this is what it is today. So I actually like the Timberland thing. But for
I love it.
me, I want to ask y'all a question. If y'all notice, we've been winning these games with Pat being aggressive, not settling for the 3-point shot, actually getting in the post, getting in the paint, banging Pauls a little bit, and going to the basket. Now he still does shoot some three, but if you notice, he hasn't been just living out there. And I've been saying it. I think to me, that is going to be the big difference. If he can continue to play like this and be aggressive and put teams in foul trouble and things of that nature, where now the defense got to collapse, where now that spray three is super official, because now we got shooters out there. OG is legit out there when he's on. You got Mikal Bridges, Clarkson, Brunson, Shamit, Deuce. So I think that's something that's very underrated where Cat isn't just settling and living out there. Now him being a little more aggressive, we 5 straight.
Even with Cat being aggressive, it was in the fourth quarter. You saw it again. What game was that? The Celtics, where they had to bring in me and Flea with bet, and I said, "Yo, they're gonna bring in Brunson 7.5 minute mark. Watch, because that's when they do with Steve Kerr and Steph Curry." And Flea was like, "No, they're not. They're playing around too much right now. He's gonna come in and then boop, 8.5 minute mark. Brunson came in. Same thing tonight. Brunson had to come back in and be aggressive to close this thing out. So as aggressive as Cat is, and I was, I was halfway joking, but the fact that I don't know who would take John Morant over Jalen Brunson to start a team right now, right? I don't know who would have said 6 years ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, they would start a team with Jalen Brunson over Karl Anthony Towns. The fact that he's proven this, he showed tonight where we go, if you want to hog the ball, Jalen, you go right ahead. Because ain't nobody getting to the basket. Nobody's getting anything going. Nobody has that one-on-one game, which is another reason why I wanted the Clarkson to get back in there and get some minutes. And we are winning because Cat is aggressive and he's comfortable. You could tell he feels healthy. He feels like less stressed. Maybe he is understanding his role more, but I think he's just out of his head too. Like there's a comfort zone with a new coach. He's still just 1 year in New York. These are the Nova Knicks. I think you still gotta be comfortable with that setting, no matter how cool you try to come off.
How aggressive Cat has been impressive, right? Because he started off the season kind of slow. We was all in here kicking his back in after 2 or 3 games. Where's he at? What is he doing? Obviously, he had to play himself into some shape, and he's got it rocking and rolling. I think what's happening is he's starting to figure out where he fits in Mike Brown's offense. He's starting to figure out he has to play a little faster. If you're watching Cat, the decisions are happening a lot quicker. Either he's going to take the 3 or he's going to be aggressive. I love that. Don't just settle or don't get into the foul baiting thing and all of that. All of his decisions have been quick. He's been excellent for us. And he's not shying away from not rebounding the basketball. So, yeah, I'm trying to figure out my way in the offense and trying to figure out where I can be effective and all that type of shit. But I don't give a damn. I'm going to clean the glass still. And that's the biggest thing for me. Cleaning the glass, staying aggressive, keeping the defense on their heels. And if we can do that and continue to gauge your chemistry with Brunson, I totally agree with you. I know the play that you're talking about. Right when they were at the free throw line extended and they talking. I love that. because now we know that y'all two give a fuck, right? Because there was a question of, we just out here playing together and we happen to be playing good ball. No, we actually trying to figure this thing out. And so with two guys trying to figure some things out, our two best players, that's the type of chemistry that we need to be seeing and working on and just building from, for real.
And AllBall, Cat came into the game averaging career high 7 free throw attempts a game. That speaks to what you're saying. That's aggressive. You ain't getting that all from the logo.
Right. And I've been pointed this out, and people laugh or thought I was crazy, but like I said, if you go from all last season up until now, that's 82 games plus playoffs, and then now the 10 games. So let's just say 100 plus games. You can't name 10 times you actually seen real chemistry on the court with Cat and Brunson. So I think tonight was something huge. Pause. I think, they're starting to figure it out. I think maybe off the court, behind the scenes, they might have had a talk. But I love to see that. And I don't care what nobody says. When your two best players aren't clicking on the same cylinder and is not focused and don't have no chemistry, I don't know how you win a championship. We see the 1-2 punches in the league today. We see it. We see the chemistry on the court. We see camaraderie. We see everything. And today, when I saw that, listen, that made me smile. And I think, between that and Cat being a little aggressive, and like you said, Cat's supposed to be getting to the line 7 to 10 times a game easily, especially if the ref call the game correct. Like you said, when they showed that replay in slow motion, he got fouled. So, I just think that's the difference. And then now when you add Mitchell Robinson to that mix, and now we got a legit bench, listen, we have all the recipe to win a championship. We just got to, just continue to keep putting it together.
Big shout out to everybody in the chat. Big shout out to everybody in the chat. Big shout out to David Smith. How you feeling, David Smith? We love you, David Smith. Cat playing good basketball, big dog.
He said, David Smith said, AllBall wanted Cat gone last week. Yes.
Listen.
We all did. Except for
listen, that's how these things work, man. That's how these things work, man.
Get his ass out of here.
Get him out of here. Get his ass out of here.
Hold on. I got to ask y'all a question. I've been seeing on social media today, Sacramento's about to have a sale fire.
Fire sale.
Fire sale. They about to get everything.
Fire sale, yeah, whatever the. Is there anybody over there?
What you want out of that fire sale?
You know who I want here. Listen.
What the fuck you want out of that fire sale? What
you know what I want? I want some bonus. I'm sorry. I want some bonus. I've been saying that 2 seasons ago. I called the Cat thing and worked. Give me some bonus out that deal. You crazy?
What are you willing to give up for some bonus? And don't think you're gonna be able to give up Capri Sun.
Why not? And another team is gonna get him for Capri Sun. What are you talking about? Why we can't get him for Capri Sun in the Chico?
You always want us to get some shit for cheap. You know they're not gonna do business like that.
But everybody else gets the players for cheap. Why we can't get it for cheap? That's all I'm saying.
If they're gonna explore trades, they're gonna explore probably expiring contracts and young players. So what do we have, since you want fucking Sabonis? What do we have?
I don't want Westbrook. I tell you that fucking much.
I ain't ask you. See, look.
I'm just saying.
What do we have? So, okay, so you willing to part with Deuce? You willing to part with?
Yeah, go ahead with that fake ass smile.
You willing to part with Mitch? You willing to part with Mitch?
Yes, for some bonus. Yes.
You must be out your damn mind.
Okay. Okay. You see the nut shit he on? Okay. Mitch is on the expiring deal, right? Right.
Yeah, it's a contract year.
Okay.
Listen.
You're nuts. You're fucking nuts. You're nuts.
I just asked a question. That's all. Of course I'm nuts. I agree to that. I'm not.
You gonna do that? You gonna do that? You gonna do that?
Mitch and Hart.
You gonna do that for Sabonis?
Nah, I wouldn't do Mitch and Hart. I would do Mitch. I would do Mitch and Deuce though. I would do
Oh
Mitch and Deuce.
Lord.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Oh
For
Lord.
Sabonis. Yeah. So hold on. So hold on.
God.
Let's stay right here real quick. Just brief. Just real quick.
Woo!
Real quick, brief.
Always stir the pot. Go ahead, OG.
Brunson at the 1, Mitch at the 2. I mean, Bridges at the 2, OG at the 3, Sabonis at the 4, Cat at the 4, Sabonis at the 5. We still got Hart. We still got Clarkson. I mean, I'm just saying,
Yo,
bro. I'm just saying.
Let me ask you a bigger question, because I'm gonna steal Fabian's gusto with this. Why you don't like Mitchell Robinson?
It ain't that I don't. And it's not that I don't like him. It's just we don't know, bruh. Are we willing? And like I said, I agree with both of y'all. Mitch is very important. Let me get that out the way. I love Mitch. I don't have no dislikes for Mitch. But Flea, how many times have we been up here? He can't stay on the court. That's all I'm saying. And for me, a guy like Sabonis, a rebounding machine. Now, of course, we're gonna lose on the defense, but he's a playmaker, and he's a guaranteed 15 and 10. Listen, I'm gonna be honest. I mean, if we don't make the move, I still love our team. But I'm just asking a question. With Sacramento just probably about to get rid of everybody, who would I like out of that crew? Remember, before I loved Zach LaVine, but the way Bridges and them guys is playing, we don't need that, right?
Right.
I think a guy like Sabonis, listen, bro, you might as well stamp it. We there. Now, if Mitchell Robinson, if Mitchell Robinson, and we know for a fact he's 95 or 100% healthy and can play every game and giving us 20 plus minutes, then throw all this shit out the window. I'm straight. But
What if DeMar DeRozan wanted to be a part of the team? And just be a part of the team. Not be a starter, obviously, but be a part of the team.
we have a better DeMar DeRozan in Mikal Bridges. Younger.
Part of the team. I wouldn't say DeMar would be competing for starting minutes. I'm just asking DeMar.
So who you giving up for DeMar DeRozan? Who you giving up for DeMar DeRozan?
I don't know. I was just throwing it out there. I don't know. I didn't think that through. I'm just, out of those three guys, I would much rather DeMar DeRozan out of a LaVine or Sabonis or Westbrook. If I'm looking at any four of those guys.
He hates Josh Hart, but he loves Zach LaVine.
I don't hate Josh. See, here we go. Here we
Bro,
go.
so as great of a scorer and as dynamic as Zach LaVine has been, I don't know if Zach LaVine has been a part of more wins than Josh Hart or more impactful to winning than Josh Hart. And Domantas Sabonis in his lifetime, bro, going back to college.
In his life.
And look, that's how you got to start poking the bear, because it's like, yo, you the one in high school, college, you was nobody, right?
Life.
So
in his life.
Sabonis, don't get me wrong, that's a ill, because Mitch is that's for me. I'm biased. I want my defenders, but Sabonis brings the whole thing that Hartenstein brought. Like that, he can really run plays. He can really get the ball to Cat. He ain't never played with nobody like Cat.
Yo, look at what David Smith said.
Which one? Sabonis got Brown.
Sabonis got Mike Brown fired.
Did he? I'm about to look that up. But he would bring a lot of things. He would bring a lot of things and that's part of the problem. He would bring a lot of things that Isaiah Hartenstein brings: dribble, handoff, great passer, great rebounder. But you talk about soft. Come on, man. Got two marshmallows on the front court. You trying to start over here, old boy. We go from Randall, Nutcase, Hartenstein, rugged, Mitch, rugged. We go from that to these two twin muffins.
But potentially, that what you're talking about might not be there for us in the playoffs or every other game. Like I said, I love Mitch. If we can guarantee that Mitch is going to be there healthy in the playoffs, like I'm the type right now, if we can coast and play Mitch every 3-4 games just to make sure he's healthy in the playoffs, because that's where we're going to need him most, then I'm good. I just want to guarantee that our guys are going to be there because we are ready to make a championship run. and we don't need no hiccups. That's all I'm saying. And I think a guy like Sabonis, NBA All-Star, and like you said, Hartenstein 2.0, because I think he's a way better basketball player than Hartenstein. Hartenstein is probably a better defender. I give him that. But I think guys like that, when Sacramento right now, you probably gonna be able to get pennies on the dollar. And like I said, we just speculating and guessing. Like I said, the deal ain't gonna go down. But I'm just saying certain things I think you need to explore. Like where you make it get these guys free for a penny on the dollar, because we've seen it happen before. We seen deals where we gonna hold up. How the hell that happen? And I know it don't happen for us, but we can explore that. Take 3 of these bums, man.
Yo, man. Luka Doncic got traded for Anthony Davis, man.
What the fuck y'all talking
about? We seen it all, baby. We seen it all.
Come on, man. You telling me you take Yabusele? Look. Hey, listen, all they can do is say no.
Well, hold on. That's a cool transition, though, real quick. Son got fired today. We can spend a couple minutes on that.
Well, we can. But before, yo, Mo was going in on you, Fleet. Like, yo, Yabusele got you going crazy.
Yo, Yaba got to get out of here, man.
No, Tory B said, yo, Fleet, what you saying? That must be jelly.
Pause. These niggas is going crazy.
Son, your man is running up and down the court. He gets into the corner, the shortest distance 3-point on the 3-point on the court, and he hit like the bottom of the net, and it didn't go in. How are you tired, bro? What are you doing every day?
Dog be making me uncomfortable watching him play. Yo, man, go get a bigger uni. Get him out of here, bro. You be looking weird out there.
I think be looking crazy, weird. Bro. Nigga say he making nigga feel uncomfortable out here watching that shit,
be
bro.
Looking like, weird.
What you did a yo, Bobit?
Oh man, Paul.
Well, we gotta stay focused because I don't know. I was trying to get the. I don't know how I was gonna be able to blink the BBL with Nico Harrison, but hey, with the BBL, you can lose some fat. And Nico Harrison lost some damn money. Or at least he lost his job, fellas. He had a BBL on his GM position today. Finally, the Dallas Mavericks aftermath is over. After the trading Luka Doncic, franchise player, perennial MVP candidate, perennial All-NBAer, Luka Doncic, you traded him for Anthony Davis and a slice of bread. What the hell is going on in Dallas? What are our thoughts on Nico Harrison? Maybe possibly not just being a scapegoat, getting total blame for maybe the most explosive trade in NBA history. AllBall.
In all seriousness, I think Nico was the fall guy. He deserved to be fired, but I think you don't make a trade like that unless you get the owner's prayers. When you have a player like Luka in that caliber, first 5 years All NBA, has been top 3, top 5 best player in the league since he's been there. I don't think Nico Harrison would be able to make that trade without the owner saying, "Okay, make that trade." Seriously, when you're a player that caliber, I don't think no GM can make that trade without going to the owner. Straight up. Remember, look what happened remember when the Patriots, when Bill Belichick was going to try to trade Tom Brady, and the owner had to step in? Like, ho. Because remember, they had Jimmy Garoppolo, and the owner was like, hold up, brother. I don't care how much power you think you have. We ain't doing that. So I think Nico Harrison was the fall guy. To me, the problem that he has was, bro, you supposed to stand your ground on that. Bro, we can't make that trade. Let's try to have a talk with him. If it's not him being a shit, whatever that was, no, we cannot do that. And you stand your ground. And if they fire you for that, at least you'll be able to get another job because you wasn't the one that traded Luka. But I think he jammed himself up because now him being the fall guy, which I think it could be wrong, but I think he's the fall guy. I think he'd never have a G job ever in life. His career is over when it comes to that. But just terrible in this. The way it's looking now, like I said, I like the trade fully healthy. I was dead wrong. Klay Thompson, terrible. Kyrie's never going to get back to who he was, always injury prone. Anthony Davis. Flea, you can go, Flea, because I'm going to be honest, bro. Yo, AD, man. Flea, the floor is yours, bro. Because I don't want to say nothing to get us demonetized or get us banned up here, bro. Come on. Is he, when it comes to, because we talk about Derrick Rose and Penny Hardaway and Brandon Roy and T-Mac, and now I think Embiid is going to be in that conversation as years to come. Is Anthony Davis going to be in that conversation where it's like, if you could stay healthy, floor is yours, Flea, say no more.
That nigga's a top 70. They gave that nigga a top 75 spot. He not even going to be able to. He not even going to be able to. People not even going to be able to put him in the class with that, and that's bullshit, my opinion. But whatever. I think there's a couple of different ways to look at this. This Dallas thing with Nico Harrison. I think people forget that a big reason why Nico Harrison got that job is because he was a heavy Nike executive and he was close to the players. He had a lot of relationships in the league with a lot of different players. He was a player's guy. So for me, I think the guy kind of outsmarted himself. I think it was a two-way thing. Yes, you gotta get the blessing of the ownership to make a deal like that. But I think Nico kind of outsmarted himself a little bit. Yeah, got the owner's blessing, and shit kind of blew up. Right? Now, to be honest, has he had all the requisite pieces to show the championship team that he thought that he envisioned? No, he hasn't had everybody. Kyrie Irving's not there. Anthony Davis is not healthy, right? They draft Cooper
Gafford, Lively, all them guys always hurt.
Right. They draft Cooper Flag, right? So if you have everything, a Klay Thompson, if you have everything at your disposal, I think this is a different conversation. But at the end of the day, I think he really, really outsmarted himself. He thought he was a little too, he wanted to be the smartest nigga in the room and wound up looking like a dummy. And now he's out of a job. And to be honest, I totally agree with OG. He might not get another job in the NBA after they look at the trade that he made. Luka Doncic looks amazing right now, y'all. He looks amazing. We call it what you want. He looks great right now. He has the Lakers as a top 4 seed, right?
With no LeBron James.
No LeBron James. They're playing great basketball. He looks in amazing shape. And Anthony Davis looks fat and out of shape and can't get healthy. He can't even hold his own weight up. He's hurting his Achilles. He's hurting all types of shit. He has a belly. Respect everybody with a belly. He has a belly. He's a pro. He's fat. I don't like it. I don't like it. I just don't like the way he looks, man.
Fabian, when this is all said and done, is this the worst trade in NBA history? Hold on. Just why do you think, Flea? I'm gonna ask again. Because he's taking his time, and I love that. Just think, when it's all said and done, when guys are retired, is this going to go down as the worst trade in NBA history? Remember, you didn't trade Luka 15-year in the season in the league. You traded him in his prime, and you traded him for someone that, like you said, Flea, this may be the worst trade in NBA history.
Oh, go ahead, Fabian.
Nah, I just think Luka. It took time. Luka needed time to prove this, and I think Nico Harrison is being scapegoated. Just, I don't say by happenstance, but Flea made a great point when the season started, where he said, "Oh, you traded for that guy that showed up fat again and out of shape, injury prone." It's not like that. That was the real problem. We know what Anthony Davis was, and AllBall myself, I was wrong too, because it was a 3-headed monster at the center over there with Dallas, and they could have competed with anybody in my book. And just like when they got Gafford, I'm like, they're going to the championship. I don't see how anyone out west can stop them. Luka Doncic, like, we got to stop acting like we didn't criticize Luka Doncic. If we were saying this, imagine what Nico Harrison, Jason Kidd, all these guys were really saying in the lot. They've just, at the end of the day, that's how we talk. We're going to keep it. Yo, Luka, what is that? What is that? People made a big deal. Oh, it was a big deal because Michael Finley took the beer away from him on a championship run. Some people were like, nah, that happens. Why was he drinking beer? We can't forget that either. Like, that's the part to me that's foul. All right, fire him. Cool. But Luka deserves all the smoke. He deserved to get traded, all of that. I get he's the franchise player, he's the superstar. He wasn't acting like one, and he still be acting like a bitch on that court, complaining to the refs and everything. There's a lot. He doesn't play defense. There's still a lot to him that's like, he needs a lot of help to win, because he doesn't do. If I'm a teammate, I'm like, bro, I could score 50, but shut up. You don't slide your feet. You don't do nothing, bro. I got to make up everything else, the hardest part of the game, which is defense. You don't do nothing. So it will take time to see, because now we say all this, and then what if Cooper Flagg turns out to be an MVP candidate?
That's where I'm at. If Cooper Flagg turns out to be the best American white boy since Larry Bird, then the Luka trade kind of looks like thank you for allowing us to be in a position to do that. And again, that's a big if, right? Kid looks good already, right? He looks like he's on his way to having a pretty damn good NBA career. But in terms of the best American white player since Bird, that's going to be hard to reach. But if he gets anywhere close, the Luka trade, in my opinion, is it's not forgotten about, but it's easy to digest.
Well, let me shut y'all down now and tell y'all, both y'all out y'all fucking minds. He's gonna come nowhere near close to Larry Bird. He's gonna come nowhere near close to Luka Doncic. Cooper Flagg will have to be his first 5 years all NBA first team, be one of the best players in the NBA, go to a conference finals and a finals. Cooper Flagg ain't doing it. He's not even the best rookie in the NBA. That's VJ Edgeport. So for me, I just think y'all both made great points. I have nothing to say. Y'all killed that right there. But let's be for real. The Dallas Mavericks made a lot of mistakes with this Luka trade. It was just bad. And for me, I think it's going to go down as one of the worst trades in the NBA. For me, this has nothing to do with Cooper Flagg. Because he was the consistent, he was the best player to take at this time, right? So even if Cooper Flagg turns out to be what he's supposed to be, I just still think to trade a player of Luka's magnitude at the time that y'all traded him, when y'all just came from a finals. And Fabian, you're 100% correct. But like everybody said, I think, what y'all got back for him, and then y'all sent him to LA, the Lakers. It's a mess.
But that's the other thing. Like, everybody around the league is saying the same thing. Huh? How does that happen? The Lakers get another superstar, and we're doing it in the middle of the night. We've been talking secretly for months. Like, he's clearly the scapegoat. The owners are going back and forth trying to act like, damn, we feel the pressure now. Like, you feel that you didn't know? You paid $3 billion for this team, and you ain't know who the fuck Luka Doncic was? Come on, man. Like, that to me is like, all right, Nico. And if we're being real, to me, that's not worse than losing Jalen Brunson. If you never lost Jalen Brunson, you would never have to have gone for Kyrie Irving. That's where all the dominoes really fell. Y'all been arrogant. If you would have kept Jalen Brunson there, now you got a number two. Now you would have re-signed Jalen Brunson for, I think it was a $50 million deal for like 5 years or something like that. That is worse.
Yeah. Brunson and his pop said, I know his pop said 3 times they wanted to re-sign, and Dallas put them every time. And I think the most, like you said, was $50 million.
So it's not just the Luka thing. I mean, it's a lot to it, but it's also the fact that I don't want to get away from, come on, bro. Like, there's always a bunch of conspiracies. We see all the gambling shit hitting the news. There's no way that something's not. Nico ain't getting no money from LA. he ain't good in LA for the rest of his life. Yo, look at look at the Laker fans. Thank you for everything, Nico Harrison. Yeah, he's good for life out there. Big Bompton. Bompton Harrison, bro.
I mean, the best consolation at the end of the day for me, man, the best consolation prize, and the way it worked out is the #1 pick. That's the best consolation prize. Look at the last few #1 picks in the NBA and look at what they're doing right now. Anthony Edwards was a #1 pick. Cade Cunningham was a #1 pick. Banchero was a #1 pick. All of the recent Wemby was a #1 pick, right? The best consolation prize, if you lose Luka Doncic, is the #1 pick. I could roll with it and see what happens, right? Again, I'm not saying he'll be Larry Bird, but if he is the best American white boy since Larry Bird, like they did something good, and Nico be able to sleep at night. But
fellas,
it's tough.
Before we get out of here, because this is what I miss about us talking basketball. Like, I don't want to get off, but we got to go to work and things of that nature. In 3 to 5 years, we see the leaps. The guys that you just named, Ant-Man, Big Caro, Cade, Wemby. Do you see in the next 3 to 5 years, do you see Cooper taking that type of leap? Just in 30 seconds. And maybe we can revisit this another time.
Yes. I got a one-word answer. Yes.
No, I don't see him being. I was throwing it out there. I don't see him being Cade special.
I see him being an all-star level player. Yes.
All-star, yes. I was just throwing it out there, being an MVP going out of my mind. I don't. He tries hard, old boy. Like, and I like that he's competitive. He be talking shit. I like Cooper Flag, dude.
He competes. He goes hard.
And some of the guys I just named, some of those guys are franchise changing level players. So, I mean, maybe that may be different because I don't know if Cooper Flag is a franchise changing player.
But Fleet, we not gonna let him off the hook. The hype was there, and when you draft a guy #1, you're drafting them for that reason. So
for that reason, for sure.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, like I said, I love both y'all answers. We gonna see. We gonna see, but I think that kid in Philly, I think he's gonna have a lot to say. Philly, a big win tonight. Went down to the wire. Yeah, that kid is good. So I just say, just imagine if the spotlight and all the promotion is the same way. Are we having this conversation?
Cooper's averaging what? Yeah, 20-point games in the last 4 games.
He got 25 last night against Giannis. He had a big finish at the end of at like 2 minutes to go. They went to him right at the end of the game. He got fouled coming off a screen. He got fouled. They didn't call it. They turned the ball over on the inbounds. But they were going to him at the end of the game to take them home. They were down 1, I think. So, I mean, kid is already putting confidence in him. He already got him playing at the point guard position. Obviously, he's not a point guard, but he's trying to develop that skill in him. So, I mean, jury's still out on the kid for sure. But I think he's going to be fine.
No, but what else you going to do with that team? And he's a lot better than I thought he would be at the point. A little bit of court vision on this level. That's what I was saying about John Morant. People argue with me saying John Morant's he played point guard in high school and in Murray State. I'm just like, yeah, but in the NBA, he doesn't play point guard. That guy plays the 2. And if you're trying to attempt Cooper Flag to play the point guard and he's doing a decent, not decent job, but just last night was impressive. He tried to yam it on Giannis too. He did yam it on Giannis. Yeah. Give me that. Yeah. Loved it. But I'm not gonna get away from the fact that the Lakers got sold for $12 billion, $10 billion.
I think 10. Yeah.
Nico, he got some of that, man.
Yeah, but I think, before my last point, I also have to be fair because a lot of times I'm not fair. We did. They got to get Cooper a legit running mate. That's able to stay healthy. So
that's the other part. They don't control the 2028 draft pick. Like the next 3 draft picks, they don't control it. There's a lot that they're missing. Like, it wasn't just that one Luka trade. They fucked up. They fucked up plenty. Who is this?
Hold on. Is that Sugarman? Hey, is that? It's only 10 games. Don't start. He's here, y'all. That's Shug.
Who else jumps in these comments talking about the Cavaliers?
Big Shug.
Shug, what up, baby? Yo, I pray we meet these niggas in the playoffs,
I
bro.
can't, oh my God.
Pray. I pray.
Celebrity Shug, thank you for your 199. JR.
Shug.
Thank you for your 199. Real quick, JR said Yabu or Sims.
Neither one.
Neither one of them niggas, JR.
If I had to make a choice, I'm going Sims.
Yeah, if I have to make a choice, but if you giving me an option, neither one. Sugar
Great
and miss you,
read.
man. Big shout out, Shug, man. Celebrity Shug. Yeah.
Bum ass Donovan
Appreciate
Mitchell. You
you.
saw him?
Appreciate
3
you,
of 16. 3 of 16 from the 3-point line yesterday. Bumming it up over there in Miami. Struggle. Big struggle. That celebrity struggle over there. Thank you for the super sticker. And your 499.
Yo, that nigga ever.
That was a great play call.
That nigga ever exposure, man. He a bad motherfucker, bro.
You know that was a great play call or a great breakdown?
Both.
That defense was horrible.
No, he's ran the same play before. He's ran the same play. Like, that's a play call. I mean, you got to be able to defend that. You shouldn't be able to get caught in that. Like, you got to communicate. You got to be able to switch. You got to be able to get physical. But it is the end of the game. You don't want to get a foul. But that's a hell of a play call.
What you always say, Flea? There's levels.
It's levels.
Kenny Atkinson. Oh no, I think he got thrown off the game or something because that homeboy was Johnny Bryant was coaching by the end of the fourth quarter.
Oh, I didn't even realize that.
That Johnny Bryant, you know, the guys everybody wanted to be the coach. Got their ass.
Ball suckers.
Are we live?
Big Flea, the biggest show. Y'all have a blessed night. We back at it tomorrow.
Big game tomorrow. Mitch should be playing tomorrow. We're gonna need Mitch tomorrow. Against the Orlando Magic.
He said, "You know it's me." Miss you, brothers. Yeah, man.
That's some Barnell Hill shit. You know it's me. Hey, listen. Busy is a great thing, my brother. Stay busy, man. Definitely miss you. Always love.
Yes, sir.
Always. All right, yeah. R.I.P. Lenny Wilkins. Damn, I forgot to say that.
Oh,
this year yesterday.
Wilkins, rest in peace, Michael Ray Richardson.
Yes, man. Rest in peace, man. Two legends, man. Rest in peace to those brothers, man.
Sure.
Thank you for reminding us. Thank you.
Appreciate that. Appreciate the chat. Always showing love. We shall be back tomorrow night. Oh dear Lord, back to back, Flea.
This the test here. This the test here. Orlando Magic is a good team. I know they ain't, you know, what they supposed to be at this point, but they're gonna come to play in the Garden. Ben Carroll and them guys gonna try to have a big game tomorrow. So to me, this is the test right here. This is one of the teams in the East we're gonna have to go through probably to get to where we need to go.
Mitch, you had 2 nights off. You had 2 nights off, motherfucker. All boys trying to ship you out of here for Sabonis. Act right. Show up in that monster truck. Black redneck motherfucker.
Show up. I'm ready to play, big doofy.
See y'all tomorrow. AllBall TV. They scared, but I'm not. They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.